Okay, looks like we are streaming. Okay, okay, all good. Okay, today I'm planning something on keyframe animations. Um, Basically, I'm referring this Ray Vanderlich book iOS Animation by Tutorials. It's 4th edition, iOS 11 and Swift 4. This is a year old. iOS 12 is out, but I guess most of the things are common with respect to basic animation functionalities. Okay, let's try something out. So let's see the status. I am on master branch. What was the last log? Made checkbox button size bigger, spring damping effect. So we tried out damping effect last. So you can head over to my YouTube channel. Okay, you can head over to my YouTube channel, Coding with Damps. So this is my YouTube channel. You can okay, so this is my channel. You can see all the animation related videos here, whatever I have tried till now. Checkbox animation, so I've grouped it into playlist with my other things. So custom component development, so this is where I put all the iOS animation related things, tips and tricks. Okay, so you can always head over to Coding with Damps. So now what we will do is, I'm just experimenting with the animation tutorials. So we have, so this basically animation, what it does is checkbox container alpha to 1, so it is 0. Yes, so let's just, there's some issues with starting up simulators, iOS simulators when OBS software is up. So I have already set up iPad Air 12, iPad Air 2. So let's check this. So alpha, this is alpha 1 to this, okay, alpha 0 to alpha 1, we got the checkbox and it has a damping effect. So got this. In completion, what we are doing, we are setting the background color to white. We got that, and finally we are using damping effect. In the completion of white, this one we are using the damping effect. Let's run it once again. So done to white, and now spring effect. So this is what is happening right now. Okay, just executed this. So what we'll do is, we'll put this as a separate function. chain animations. We don't want this, so we have chained this animations, and we can call this here. So this would give me the same effect. I'm just moving it to the function so that yes, it's executing properly, so that we are not losing anything. First set of animations. So now what we will do is, so what is happening here, this is our checkbox related block code. I don't want this. This was some experiment I was doing last time. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. Okay. Okay, for the new people who are here, this checkbox is nothing but the custom checkbox. iOS doesn't provide a default checkbox, so I had created one checkbox and I have open sourced it in my GitHub channel. So you can visit my GitHub site. There in the repositories, things to do. Basically, I started off creating a checkbox similar to the Things app. So this is the code. You can just import it. This is MIT license, so you can just copy paste the complete file and actually use it. So what you need to do is just add a UI button here and change the class to checkbox, and then we have the IP inspectable checkbox fill color, tick mark color, and this one, and actually you can get this checkbox. So any size, no matter what, it will look similar. You can tweak it as and when you want. You can do this. This is a simple file, one Swift file. You can import it anyhow you want. So this is something a typical checkbox will have: a checkbox button and the label. It's completely in the stack view, and this is a single checkbox button. So whichever it is, you can use. So you can completely customize in your storyboard, and you will get whatever is needed, however you want. So yeah, now today we are trying out keyframe animations. So keyframe animation, let's add a function here for keyframe animation. Don't want this, so this I'm calling in view did appear. The view did appear. So I just want an image. So just download an image. So Apple icon. So let's take this. I don't know whether, I think should do view file. Yeah. Saved. Hey, TS coding is live. Okay. Now, what I should do is I should put this in the PNG and new image set. So just for the sake of simplicity, what is this? Does not exist. Okay. Storyboard, show in Finder. Do we need this? Should I copy this? Nope. Some problem with the Finder. Okay. Now that we have this Apple image set, so let's go here. So what do we need for a keyframe animation? So basically keyframe animation is moving an image from one position to other. Suppose okay, let's have, where are the files? I'm not able to see this. Image view, and I should get an Apple image, make it big. $89. Okay, this looks perfect. Width, height, and constraints. So let's have it at the bottom of the screen. Leading space, bottom space. It's good. So what I want is something like, I want this image to move to middle, and like an exponential curve, it should come to the center of this, here, center of this screen. So let's see. Let's add an so it's an outlet. Outlet is Apple logo. We got the outlet, we added the constraints, and we have Apple logo here. So what do we do generally? Keyframe animation is, so now when you run this, I want this to come here slowly, a slight up, and so when you do this, so I need one 2 and third point, but it should be an exponential curve like this. So I need to give multiple frames, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So it has to start, it has to move, start moving from here. When it comes here, I need to give it another position in the completion of that animation block. Next, so it's a chain of animations. So right now here we are doing chain animation 1 in the completion. This is the second, and its completion has another one. So this itself looks very ugly. Now for this we need to give keyframe animations. So Apple has provided something called add keyframe, so we will use that. This is on UIView.animateKeyFrames. So this is the this one, because this is a function which Apple has provided on UIView. So because UIImageView is subclass of UIView, so we can easily use this straight away. So let's go on adding things. Animate keyframe, so we have to start with UIView, animate keyframes with duration, let's say 1.5 and delay 0.0, with keyframe animation options. So this should be an array dot curve linear. So options is always curve is out. So let's see what is linear, curve linear. So let's say curve linear, and then we give this animation here and one more here. So this is finished. Okay, now what do we do? Here we'll give weak self in. So we need to take this here. This, we should mention the capture list. Now let's add keyframe. I used self here. Why is it throwing me an error? UIView keyframe animation options has no member curve linear. So what we need to do is allow user interaction, auto reverse. Okay, this is the state, begin from the current state. Okay, let's check this one by one. So allows user interaction. So begin from current state. Let's use this. What is this? What does this do? Xcode problem, begin from current state. Start from the current value, not initial value. Okay, so this looks good. Allow your turn on user interaction while animating. So repeat the animation indefinitely, auto reverse so that you can come back, ignore nested duration. Okay, so there are so many things now. So we haven't used self here. Self is used to access the Apple logo image view. Okay, so now we can access this here. So animate keyframes. Now we need to add keyframe here. So what we will do is UIView add keyframe. Relative start time is 0.0, relative duration, let's say 0.25, and then we have this animation here. This is a trailing closure. I think I can do without this. Yes, this is a trailing closure. So weak self. Now we can use self dot apple logo image view dot center dot x. So I need to move the center of this to around this position. So let's say for experiment purpose we'll give 100, and same thing for y. I don't want to worry, I don't want to move much, but it should be minus because 0 0 of xy starts here. I need to move it a little bit up, so minus say 20. Okay, so now that we have added here, so what do we have? Let's see what this does for us. Okay, it moved linearly, so I don't want to give 100. I can give 50 and say 5. What I can do is add keyframe. What does this return? Add keyframe doesn't return anything, so I can't. Can I put it in a loop? Let's see after a few minutes. So just go on adding. So this is 50. I want to move this exponentially, so it should look like a curve. 20, and x I should move slowly. 45, 40, 35. So let's see how it goes. So hopefully it looks like a curve for me. So relative time, I have to relative duration, relative time, so I need to play around with this. So 25, 50 and 75. So what is the overall duration here? 1.5. So let's see whether this is the issue. I missed looking at it. Yes. So this is the relative start time. Okay, so I need to keep on adding this, so we can actually add some kind of algorithm for this, to just a simple for loop. For I in 0 to 10, let's say. I want to use the eye here, so should be 50 minus I star. Star 5. We are reducing here by 5, right? And we are increasing here by 5. Correct. Looks fine. Let's not remove this for now. Let's execute this first. Let me see whether. Oh, I need to change the. Okay. Star I. Zero. So we have 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.3. Binary operator star cannot be applied on double and int. Okay. So should I do CG float here? Okay. Execute. Oh, that was a nice curve. But why did it jump in the end? Okay, I think that is because 10 into 0.25. So let's give it 2.5. So that was the problem. So now the animation. That's still jumping. So you get the idea. You need to add multiple keyframes wherever it is, and then we get so what if is this because of this empty completion block? Okay. Zero to 10. So I think to add one more. Nope, it's jumping. Four, 8. Oh, it's very slow, but it's jumping, so that means it's not the problem of animate keyframes. So it comes here and it suddenly jumps. I think it's some problem with this one. This goes in minus. Let's check with 5. Okay, still there is a small jump. .25 star. Let's see here. Val. Sorry, I am learning Kotlin, so I'm just getting confused with that. Number of keyframes. So 0 to number of keyframes. Can I give this? It's jumping again. Jumping jack. This is right. It didn't jump. 50 minus. It's a jumping Y. Y is 15, 15 plus 5. 15 plus 5 is 20, minus 20. Let's restart. It didn't jump. It did jump for 4. It didn't jump for 3. So some calculations here. So let's see. Let's make this 5 and let's make this 2. It will be very small. Okay, that was good. It's jumping for the 4th animation week cell. Okay, must be something to do, so you get the idea. So basically it's UIView add keyframe, so we need to keep on adding the keyframe here inside UIView animate. Now with this we can actually play around with transform. So now say in one of the keyframes, if you add transform, so CG affine transform, and you give it an rotation angle, suppose so minus dot pi divided by 4, something like this, 2 star I. Let's try this. Binary operator, this cannot be applied on operands. That's 1 star. Do I need to add any? This one, negative pi. What is pi? Pi is nothing but 3.14 minus 3.14. Is this not valid? Oh wow, wow. Okay. It will jump somewhere here. So basically you can add more and more this one. So you can add simple things like self.apple local dot alpha is equal to 1 dot star divided by I. One dot zero CG float. So this is a very lame way of doing this, but for the sake of it, let's, yes, it's gone. So you can see this here. So you can do all sorts of things, creative things. I think it is because of the for loop is happening. Yeah, let's remove the for loop and see what it does. Where I int is equal to 0 and just see whether this is the problem. We will mute it. Just hold on a sec. 2 I plus plus 3 4 5 6 7 8. My bad. Still jumps, so it's not the for loop. We make sure of that. Okay. So now that you know the basic, this one is animate keyframes and add keyframes to it, and then move the images. It's called translate. You can transform, you can scale, you can reduce the alpha, so anything. So this is how we do it. On completion, what I need is completion of this finished and weak self in, I think this capture list has to go first. Then we want self dot apple logo dot alpha is equal to 1.0. We want the transform to be set to its identity. Okay. Finished is not used. Let's see. It was there, and at the end of the animation we get that. Okay, let's try to see why it is jumping. For now, I'm going through the book, setting up your keyframe animation. The parameter list is identical to the ones you have used in this book. Okay, 1.5 seconds. Keyframe animation options, animation instead of. Okay, that I got it. I got the first part. This is the first of the several add keyframe calls. Start time of the keyframe as well as its duration are expressed as percentages. Okay, this I didn't know. So so that's where the problem is. So this is basically the relative start time add keyframe with relative start time and relative duration. So this is what we were missing, and then we had this animation. So first time we had the start time of the keyframe animation as well as its duration are expressed as percentages relative to the entire duration of the animation. Oh, I see. So it should be percentage of this. So I don't want this. So relative start time double of 100 divided by number of keyframes. So this should do relative start time, and same goes for duration. So relative start time is okay. Relative start time should okay, correct. So we have this many parts. So if I say 5, this is 100 divided by 5, so 20 seconds. So relative duration will be so I need to double the I into 100 divided by number of keyframes. So relative duration increases with each I. Plus 1. Hopefully I get this. So let's say I need okay. Let's say there are 100 parts, number of frames, or say number of keyframe are 10. Okay, then I need to split this animation in 10 parts. So first of all, I need a duration. So what is the duration? Each one is 0.25 seconds, so it will be, so this is, let's write it out, star 10, so this is equal to 2.5. so whatever is this value, total duration of the animation is this one. So I want to divide this equally among all the keyframe animations. So how do I do that? So my requirement is 0.25, that means this should be divided by this, so that means it is equal to this, correct? So this is, so we need relative start time, that should be 0 at the beginning, so that means it should be I star start time is equal to I star divided by this, so I can assume this one. Okay, but I need percentage of this. So if this is 100%, I'm dividing it by number of keyframes. So if it is 5, it will be 20%. So it should be in percentages. How do I give it in percentage? Oh, I'm really weak in maths. So I need to give it in percentage. So this I should zero. So will this work? So this is a percentage and relative duration is also a percentage. No, didn't happen. So first thing I want to 100 divided by 10 is the first iteration. 0 star 100 divided 1 star. So this percentage should be same always. So that means this was right. I need equal percentage for all the keyframes. Now next is, what is the relative duration? So relative duration is 0.25 into number of keyframes. Okay, that is divided by number of keyframes. So that is nothing but okay. No, I'm missing something. Point 1. Let's give this start double off. Yes. Okay. So this is right now. Okay. And the final, this one is it's still jumping up. I'm not sure. So I think there's something to do with this. Let's extract this. Let duration offset is equal to 5. It's still jumping. I think it has to do with this. So even this is a percentage. So that means I should give this in percentage. 0.25 into 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is not happening in percentage. So what should I do for this percentage? Let me check. Okay, so relative duration. So let me see what relative duration is, as well as are expressed in terms percentages relative to the entire duration. So I need, what is this? 0.1. 0.1 is 10 divided by 100. So it is number of keyframes divided by 100.0. Okay. So number of keyframes is 10 and divided by 100 is 0.1. Okay, now duration offset, I need 0.1 star 0, relative duration 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So I need this part. Okay, and I need the double of I. Star. So it's the same thing. So I got the percentages. Okay, deduce this. So let percentage equal to this one. So it's percentage. Let's see how this happens. Duration is 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it still jumps. Start time percentage, relative duration percentage, So we got the idea here. So this is the percentage we need to calculate. Let's print this out. Printing is always good. Start time. One, two. Duration should be always. Yeah, the duration should always remain constant. Yes, so finally we got it. So this duration should remain constant. It was not constant earlier, so this should remain constant, and start time for this one should get increased. So we were messing around with this, so which was not good. It's giving us wrong. Now we can, yep. So we got this alpha divided by 0, 1, to, let's take this other way around. 1 divided by 3. How about reusing this? I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. So it should be, I want the alpha to increase to 9, decrease from 1, 9, 8, 7, 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3. So okay. Number of keyframes. Yep, got this. So we got a smooth keyframe animation with the curve in one set of this one. Otherwise we would have written 10 completion blocks for this. So it's very smooth now. So this is keyframe animation, second part. So let's go ahead and commit this. Get status, we added, let's add everything. We don't want this Apple image, we don't want this one. We need to add git add to do slash animation swift to do slash base lproj git add to do assets, thing in assets. Let's see, yes, git CI. We need experiments with keyframe animations. Git push failed with invalid password. Okay, I need to change the password. What did I give? Username. Okay, anyway, I'll commit this in another 5 minutes. So that's all, folks. So we learned keyframe animation. So next time we'll be experimenting with auto layouts. So
auto layout, animating constraints. So basically animating the constraints. So these things we will do it probably tomorrow sometime. Okay, till then, see ya.